Have you ever had that nagging feeling? Like you've been here before, or known this person forever? What if you have? These moments aren't random. They're echoes of something much deeper: archetypes. These are the universal patterns that live in every culture, every story, and inside every single one of us. Think of them as the original blueprints for human experience. And when we finally learn to recognize them, we unlock a profound level of self-understanding and build much deeper, more meaningful relationships. They are the hidden language of our lives, and today we're going to learn how to speak it. So who are these hidden voices inside us? Let's pull back the curtain and meet three of the most powerful archetypes that shape our world. First, there's the hero, the one who rises to a challenge, who faces down adversity. You see it in every epic movie, but it's also there in the student who studies all night for an exam, or the parent working 2 jobs to provide for their family. The hero is a powerful reminder that our struggles don't just test us, they make us stronger. It's the voice inside that says, "I can do this." Next, we have the innocent. This is the voice of pure hope, optimism, and wonder. You hear it in a child's unfiltered laughter, and you see it in the adult who dares to dream again, even after facing failure. The innocent is what keeps our hearts open to possibility and reminds us that there is still good in the world and in ourselves. And then there's the shadow. This is the side of ourselves we often try to hide, our jealousy, our anger, our deepest fears. But the shadow is not evil. It's a mirror, showing us the parts of ourselves we've been avoiding. It holds the key to our greatest insecurities, but also our greatest potential for growth. When we have the courage to face it, the shadow stops being a source of shame and becomes our most powerful teacher. It's crucial to understand that these archetypes are not fixed labels. They're not personality types you're stuck with forever. They are dynamic forces that shift and flow within you, sometimes changing in a single day, and sometimes evolving across an entire lifetime. You might wake up as the hero, ready to conquer your to-do list, feel the innocent's joy during lunch with a friend, and then confront your shadow when you feel a pang of envy later that evening. Recognizing this flow is the first step to mastering it. Archetypes don't just live in ancient myths or psychology textbooks. They show up every single day in the movies we watch, the news we consume, and even in the way we tell our own personal stories. Think about pop culture. The entire superhero genre is built on the hero archetype. Every time you see a character fighting for justice against impossible odds, you're watching the hero's journey play out. And what about the rebel? You see it in music that challenges the status quo, or in social movements that refuse to be silenced. These aren't just entertaining stories. They resonate with us because they tap into these deep, universal patterns. This is just as true in our world affairs. In politics, we constantly cast leaders as heroes saving the day, villains threatening our way of life, or wise sages offering guidance. Entire movements can rise or fall based on which archetype takes the spotlight. A charismatic leader might embody the ruler, promising order, while a grassroots movement is fueled by the energy of the rebel. These powerful images aren't accidents. They are echoes of the ancient stories that have defined humanity for millennia. And most importantly, this isn't just happening out there. We do it to ourselves. We cast ourselves in roles to make sense of our lives. When we nurture and support others, we're living out the caregiver archetype. When we feel a restless urge to travel and discover new things, the explorer is calling. When we seek deep connection and intimacy, the lover takes center stage. These aren't just descriptions. They are the roles we use to explain our choices, our struggles, and our biggest dreams. So, this brings us to the most important question. Which archetypes are shaping your story right now? This isn't just a theoretical exercise. It's a practical path to self-discovery. Here are a few ways to start listening. Try journaling. The next time you're facing a challenge, write about it. Then, Read it back and notice who shows up in your words. Is it a determined hero, a nurturing caregiver, or a defiant rebel? The language you use will reveal the energy you're channeling. Next, watch your reactions to the world around you. Who inspires you? Who frustrates or annoys you? These strong emotional triggers often reveal the archetypes at play. The people we admire often embody an archetype we want to develop in ourselves, while the people who frustrate us might be reflecting a shadow aspect we haven't acknowledged. And finally, pay attention to your dreams. Recurring figures, scenarios, or feelings in your dreams can be archetypes knocking at the door of your conscious mind, trying to deliver a message. That mysterious guide, or that persistent pursuer, might just be an ancient pattern asking for your attention. Remember, this isn't about fitting yourself into a mold or a neat little box. Archetypes are not cages. They are powerful, invisible currents flowing beneath the surface of your being. Learning to identify them is like a sailor learning to read the tides. It allows you to navigate your life with greater skill, purpose, and awareness. But understanding archetypes isn't just for quiet reflection. They are practical tools you can actively use today to accelerate your growth, to improve your work, and to deepen your relationships. For personal growth, this is a game changer. Feeling overwhelmed by fear or self-doubt, you can consciously call on your inner hero for strength and resilience. Feeling stuck in a rut and bored with life? Invite the explorer to take the wheel and seek out a new experience, no matter how small. By identifying the energy you need, you can learn to cultivate it. This applies directly to your career as well. The sage archetype thrives on acquiring knowledge and becoming an expert, making them great researchers or teachers. The caregiver finds purpose in service-oriented fields like healthcare or social work. The creator can't help but build new things, making them natural entrepreneurs and artists. Understanding your dominant archetypes can help you align your work with what truly fulfills you. And in our relationships, this wisdom is invaluable. The lover archetype helps us build intimacy and deepen bonds. The ruler helps us set healthy boundaries to protect our energy. And even the shadow, when we face it with a partner or a friend, can lead to incredible healing. Owning our part in a conflict, inspired by our shadow's reflection, can transform a broken connection. The key is to see archetypes as energies, not as cages. You have the power to choose which energy to embody, or which to confront, depending on what the moment calls for. You are the conductor of this inner orchestra. Archetypes are the universal stories that live within us all. They guide us, they challenge us, and they inspire us to become more than we thought we could be. When you learn to listen to their whispers, you stop being a passive character in your own life and start living more consciously, more powerfully, and more authentically. So I want to leave you with this question. Which archetype is speaking loudest in you right now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start this conversation together. Thank you for watching. And if you want to keep exploring the hidden patterns that shape our lives, make sure to subscribe and join our community.